I think you're good. All right, so the demo is going to be on our model site, which is El Condado. Again, the session today, the recording and the slides both will be available on that site as well. To start with, we actually rolled out a tooltip feature. Tooltip feature, we realized that this feature was specifically useful on self-help pages or division pages where people can use some explanations or definitions of the words they find very difficult to comprehend. And this feature was actually requested by a lot of courts, and I think the ask was to have it at the page level. So we were able to accomplish that and roll it out. I think it's been almost 7 to 8 months ago. So let's see how we can create a tooltip. So I'm going to be switching myself. Peter, can we still see my screen?
I can. For some reason, I can. The screen you're sharing is very small for me.
Oh, really? Is it better for...
Maybe if you turn off your camera, that might actually help.
Okay, let me try. Is it better?
We lost your screen.
you might. I still see it, but I think you might have to zoom in a little.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is it better, Jenny?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right. Okay. So when we want to add a tooltip feature on any of the pages, what we want to do is basically say, for example, if we want to go to this page and add a definition over here, we would have to log in and then go to that page, kind of click edit. Edit the component you want to add, where the tooltip is available at the WYSIWYG editor, the text editor over here. It's something, it looks like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on citation, say for example, and then let me see if I can copy this. Copy this, and then I want to insert the tooltip. So I click on this, insert tooltip, and I enter my explanation over here. I can position it top left, bottom right, wherever we want. Say, for example, I want to do position it at the bottom, and I click insert. And it kind of creates a little icon here, and that's when you know that it's been inserted. Well, when you are doing tooltips, the ask from us is to keep the definitions or the explanations short, because see how it's kind of covering all the other bullet points, and it seems a little longer, right? So the ask is to keep it short when possible and uniform, across the site if you're using it across the site. Also, don't overuse it on a page. Maybe, if there are too many words on with a dotted line or underline on that page, it kind of creates a distraction for the visitors. So generally, JCC recommends using the tooltip maybe, 3 times per page. But yeah, if you're using simple ones or shorter ones, make sure that, that's uniform across the site. So that's how it is. So if I want to do a shorter one, I go back again, or if I want to remove it, I click it, and then I click remove, and that kind of disappears, right? So an example of a shorter definition can be like this. The notice of hearing. I click again. I add the definition, which is probably I want to do it at the top, insert it, save it. And that kind of gives you, a very short description, and it's only on the hover If you, I don't know if it's visible or not, but with my mouse pointer, there is also question mark. It's like an arrow. You can also remove that if you want to and enable or disable it. So when you go back again, when you edit the page, you click on it and then you say just don't display arrow and let's see what it does. So when you save it, and scroll it down. Oh, sorry. There was an arrow at the text box. I'm not sure if you were able to see it, but that's gone now. So basically, it's just a text box with the definition. That was our tooltip.
Karen, before you move on, it looks like we have one question from Sam.
Oh, okay. Hey, hi, Sam. What's the question? Can we put hyperlinks in tooltip text? That's a good question. Let's try that. I'm assuming that it would actually be able to add anything, but it'll look like an hyperlink. I don't think you can actually do a link test with it, but I'm pretty sure you can. So let's just say if I want to add www.emv.ca.gov, right? And I update it and save it. Yeah, but it's not going to give you a link, right? So it's just, yeah, I don't think you can do the URLs. Sorry, Sam. Let's move on to our next feature. Adding, so we had this trouble when we were trying to migrate or scrape, code content, and we would create the homepage for them. Often, the pictures which are provided by the course, we would add them to our hero banner, and it would somehow not align, right? It would either, if it's a hill, it's a beautiful picture of, I don't know, a hilltop, it would either show a sky or just not align perfectly. So the fix for that was to provide a focal point feature for the hero banner images. So this is very specific to homepage. So if you go to, to your homepage, and if you want to click edit, this picture, you can add a focal point to this. So what you have to do is either click edit, or you can add it. And this is where you can adjust the focal point. You can, basically bring it to center or wherever you think that makes more sense for the picture to be, look good on the homepage. And you save it, and that kind of gives you, when you view it, kind of gives you, I mean, this picture is square, but then usually it works on a banner which is spread across the whole page. So that would actually help with that. I wonder if I have another, like San Francisco or Alameda. Let's just see. Yeah, it should work on this picture. So let's try if I can log in here and try to adjust the focal point. This one. So I go home. And then I click edit. It's taking a bit of time. Click on the picture box. You can see there is an edit button here, but you actually click on this one to edit the focal point of that picture. That's a beautiful one. And if you want to do maybe a little bit down, maybe you want to cover a little bit more water, you adjust the focal point, save it. and then view it. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Wow, okay. So I don't know, I have to see what the error is, but it's not, but you can adjust the focal point. Any questions on that one? All right. Our next feature is paragraph embeds. This feature has the capability to add a component within a body component. So we have, for now, we have two subcomponents. One is called Read More. Read More basically provides you a dropdown for more information, and I'm sure you might have seen it in other websites as well, but it kind of gives you a short description when you click on more and then kind of bumps it up and closes it off if you click less. And the next one is the chat embed button. This one was very specifically created for the chatbot team of JCC to increase the visibility and the usage of chat. I think we do have almost 4 or 5 courts who have enabled chatbot on their websites, the JCC chatbot on their websites. So to increase the visibility and the usage for the users, because I think it was getting a little, I think the users were not able to find where the chatbot widget was. What we did was we created a button for them, which basically when you click on it, it'll open up the chat window for them so that they can, then start communicating with the bot. So to do that, I'm going to go back again here. And I'll show you how we can do the read more. Just say I'm going to criminal again. You can add it to a page which you are creating from scratch, or you want to add it to a page which is already existing. Say, for example, if I want to do mail your check or this, or I want to add it actually in a read more rather than in a block style. What I do is kind of take it out. Sorry, I'm gonna take this off and let me take the whole thing off. And what I'm going to do is, this is where the paragraph embeds are, right? So you click on this and it'll ask you which one to add. There is a button, there is a read more, right? So right now we're doing read more. So I'm going to click on read more. Should bring something. So so let's just say that I want to do this as a heading and address as something which the users might want to see when they do read more. And I want to, I will click on save paragraph and click embed. Once I embed it, it's going to look like this. I save it. So when you see here, you kind of can see that, the user can actually. So it's something which it's an option for them if they don't want to, if this is not an option for them to, pay their money or however they want to do payment. So they can actually skip this part and go to the next one, right? So it's kind of useful for users to not, scan through each and every information which is on the page and just look at the ones which they really want to pay attention to. Next one is the embed button, right? So that embed button was specifically created for the hero banner on subpages. If I want to do, this is an example. We deployed this for San Francisco, and they have a chat now button. So when you click on chat with us, it kind of opens up the chat window as you've seen here, and then the user can start chatting. after accepting the terms and conditions. But this is how the the button works. But this can also be used as a regular button on your pages if you want to use it on your hero component or body component of the page. So for example, if I want to do forms here, maybe more information. What I do is I kind of click here. I do click button. And I can give any URL here. So this URL will also take you to the PDFs, which are already in your Drupal system, or even to pages. For example, if I want to go to small claims, instead I want the user to jump from this page to small claims because of whatever information I want to give. Here, the paragraph, embed, and then you save it. So you have a button here. So you can use it as a regular button, or you can use it for chatbot if your code has that. So that kind of helps users to know where the chatbot widget is. Okay, any questions? All right, moving on. Another one is, this one is unpublished content access. I think we have briefly discussed this during our first webinar. This is a way to stage the content on the website without the option, or without, for the users who don't want to log in or don't have a login, they can actually review the content with this option. So this was an ask, I think, I forgot the name of the court, I think Stanislaus. They asked us if they can have something for their judges or justices to review the content without logging in, because it's so that they can approve it or suggest some changes. So for this to do, you have to have the page in a draft mode because they didn't want it. I think when you publish the page, it kind of also crawls up in your search, in Google search. And I think that's something which they wanted to avoid. So if you want to create a page, say, for example, I want to do page, a subpage, and let's see if I have anything in draft. I think I do right here. So this is something I created last time. You want someone to review this page. You click on edit. The page needs to be in draft. So when you create a page, save it as draft, come back in and click edit. And when you scroll down, you will see there is something called temporary unpublished access here. And here you can give option, how long this page is going to be visible to that user who's not or who's reviewing the page, right? You can also do unlimited, and then you can delete it once they're done reviewing. But we would suggest, to keep it as limited as possible. So for example, if I want to do 2 days and I know that they're going to be able to review it and approve it or reject it, whatever it is, and create a generate token. And then I have to click copy because this creates a URL. So once you click copy and then paste the URL over here, you can see that any user, I'm logged in. Let's do an incognito. So when I click on here and I do this, so this is how, the users who are not logged in can review the page and give their suggestions, give their content reviews or changes or anything. Once you're done, or once they are done reviewing the page, you can come back here, edit the page, and you can delete this token. So you know that this token is not valid anymore for them to access. So that was unpublished content access. Let's move on to the next one. We did have, a lot other additional improvements and which we did. And I think we did speak about it when during our first webinar, but I would like to just go over those one more time to make sure, so that we cover everything. But adding images to cards was something which we did. It was an enhancement. We did it almost, I want to say, during the ending of the year. Bold text. Bold texts were never too bold on our websites. So we tried to change that font and we made it a little bit more visible, and you can tell that the text is bold. And also an ability to add videos and images on our aside content type that was not visible. That was something which is kind of like a very minute detail, which the aside content or the text editor would not have an option to add the images and videos because of the real estate it would actually gather. So let's try and quickly go through that as well, since I already have this page open. And I wonder if I've already shown this, but I can go to any of the content types, specifically body content type, or sorry, component. I click on aside. And so, for example, if I want to add an image, I can add an image over here. This was something which was not available before. You can edit, you can tell what the size is going to be. Say, for example, if I want to do 75%, I can do that. And underneath it, I want to add a YouTube video or a Vimeo video. So I go to remote video, and then I can add a video here. Let's just say add. It'll ask you to give you some description and the remark, and then we'll do save and insert. Edit media on the videos is another improvement which we did very, very recently. What it does is it kind of gives you an option to resize the video. So say, for example, if I want to do 25%, it will do that. So let's just accept, save. Then once you save it, you should be able to see it. So this is how a 25% video would look like on a side panel, but this is the image, right? And if you want to make sure that they're both aligned and exactly how you want them to be, go 100%. Because it's a side, we have already resized it to the space which is available. Here it is. So that's how it's going to look like, right? And if I want to, let's just do bold. So go to edit. Let's just say I want to add any text. Right. Do bold text. For example, this, click bold. And you can tell that it's a very visible difference between, there you go. So this was a little, this is better than what we had before. So it kind of, you can now make out that it's bold text. The next one was, I think, the demo with the cards with the images. Let me create it quickly. You can edit the content, add cards. Give them anything. We can go to columns. Maybe let's just say I want to do 50-50, heading 1. Okay. I'll add the media here. So I do add media. Maybe you want to add any other image. Let's just do this. We can give it a name and a category, and then save and insert. Also add another one. Edit two. And add another picture, maybe something which is already in the library. I'll select that. And then when I save it, all the way down, here it is. So that's how the card with the images are going to look like. All right. So the next one is content types. Content types, we have tentative rulings, and tentative rulings is not, I wouldn't say it's new. It's been rolled out, and it's been quite some time that it's been rolled out. I think we did it for Santa Barbara. You know, I can show you how they use it, and that's pretty cool, actually. Okay, here we are. So when you go to Santa Barbara and their tentative ruling pages, this is a view where they can, you know, filter out from the judge's name. These of this drop down is very specific to the judges who actually do tentative rulings. So if I, for example, if I click on this one, there aren't any this judge. Maybe let's go back and see if there's any other one. And you can see some data. Okay, there you go. So this is how it looks when we kind of have a list of tentative rulings. But how to create it, if I want to go ahead and create something, let me go and log in to their site, and I can show you how to create a tentative ruling and how it looks like. So I go to content. It's again a content type. So you go to content, you click on tentative ruling. And I'll probably take the same example. I can take the case number right here. The first one is to do the case number, give a caption. The judge's name will pop up here. So they can, you know, they're already, the judges' names are already in the Drupal system. So it kind of pops up here. So you can just add a couple of letters of their name, and it'll showcase that. Case type, maybe let's just say civil in motion. If there's a hearing date, you can change this to a future date, and the time as well. Good. And then you can provide some text. And then once you publish it or save it, this is how it's gonna look. So if you want it on a page, you will have to add it as a view reference, and you can see all the list of tentative rulings for that judge. Another one is our arbitrator content type. That was created or deployed for Santa Clara. They had a list of arbitrators and mediators where, and they had a lot of information which they wanted to publish. So this is the site for Santa Clara. It's still in progress. They have not launched yet, but this is how it looks when you kind of search the ADR. Sorry, arbitrators for them. So this is the format they have, but then this format I think can be tweaked as per the courts. But then if you are interested to add an arbitrator, you can also do that in the content. So if you want to add, it's the same thing. You basically add the arbitrator content type, and then you add it on a page as a view reference. So for example, if I click on this one, you can see the process, arbitration, subject matter, hourly rate, their address, phone number, whatever details has been is included in their existing site has been pulled over to the new site. Let's see if I can try creating one. Santa Clara. How do I create a list of arbitrators? First, I would like to go ahead and into content, admin content, create arbitrator. So this is how the backend is going to look, right? So you can give the title can be the name or full name, however you want. We can just say text, maybe, I don't know. You can give some body text here, or some information regarding the arbitrator. The type, whether it's civil. Again, these mediator types will be defined either by us or by you. You can do that, but for Santa Clara, I think we did this for them. So for example, this is we want to do a civil judicial arbitrator. Give some name. Number, email. We can skip these if you want to. We can also provide what kind of fees they charge. Is it an hourly rate or not, whether their SDN number, what ADR process it is. There you go, maybe, or you can also select from here. And I think you can click on control to select more than one option. Also languages, if they want to publish that. And then once you click save, oops, the rest. So this is how it's going to look, right? How do you see it on a page? So since Santa Clara already has a list of arbitrators, let's just say, see if it is already added on the list of arbitrators which they have. So when I go to their list, give me 1 second. So this is the page where they have all the arbitrators, and I think there it is, demo test. That's what I created, and it just comes on top so any new information is going to be on the top. There you go. Any questions? The next one is actually RFP. This is actually in progress and it's not ready yet, but this is something which we have been working on, and we wanted to just kind of gauge your interest on this one. This feature was specifically released or is going to release for our courts migration, and it's still ongoing. And when although it is available on trial courts, but we still are working on the styling and the CSS of the RFP. Same goes for remote hearing. Remote hearing is a feature where the courts want to, publish Zoom or Team links on their pages and with the access code to let the users know that this is where they come, and they can click it and it can directly take them to that hearing meeting. So a couple of examples for RFP is like this. So this is our ongoing court site. This is how it's gonna look on the courts, but when I do it for, sorry, my shared thing is in between. Let's see if I can do something else. Oh, sorry. Let's see if I can figure out the way to do it here. I think it should be, give me 1 second. I think it should be. All right, it's not letting me click on a certain, let me stop sharing for a quick second. Okay, so let me share that again. Sorry about that. All right, so that's how the RFP was gonna look, but then let us know again if you need more information on how the RFP and the remote hearings are gonna look, or if you wanna, kind of use that feature, just let us know and we can see how we can help with that. That's pretty much it for today's session. I want to see if we have any more questions, and the questions can be from any of the sessions. I think I do see some questions here. Can you please click on the search database feature on the ADR page? Sure. Let me go back to that page. This one. That's actually a tab. It's like a nested page, if that's what you are saying. Ida?
Yes. Hi, thank you. So is there a text field where people can actually type in maybe arbitrator name and then look it up?
Yes, the search feature, right? Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I just wanna have to see where it is. It is though, and I'm not sure why it's not popping up right now, but I know that it was, we did that for the court.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the feature is not available right now, but it will be available in the future.
Yes. So I think
Okay,
it just kind
good
of,
to know.
I feel like because we added it as a view on the page, it kind of goes, but then I think they also have a page where all the arbitrators and the list of all the arbitrators is there. So I think we do have, I want to say we have the search for like in terms of name and then subject matter or areas of law. Yeah. So we have given them a couple of options to search.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The users to search. So yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
thank you. Thanks.
Wyatt is meant, I've noticed what I believe is a somewhat new content type of job recently. I've tried it out, but it doesn't look to be complete as of yet. Yes, that's also something, it's in progress. And again, the job content type is, as Peter mentioned, is not currently in use for trial courts. That is going to be useful for our courts. Migration. Any other questions? Any other questions from previous sessions? Okay. If not, then we will be sending a short survey soon, just to take a feedback of how you found these trainings and whether it was helpful or not, and also, you know, whether you all want more trainings, and we can send out a survey to find additional training contents, like what exactly do you want us to cover, or even if you feel like if you want us to cover a specific topic, please feel free to email us at webcontent@jud.ca.gov, and you know we will be more than happy to do it. But there will be a survey which is coming your way again, you know, to find out more additional like training needs. That's all from me. That's the end of our webinar. Thank you everyone again for joining. And if we don't have any more questions, I think I'm going to give you back your 15 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.